Yo, what's good with it? Black Goose TV family, man. Double salute as always. Your boy Fluence Boxing is in the building with some Fluence Boxing news on a Saturday night, which is usually the Fluence Lounge side of the game. I know y'all probably thought I wasn't gonna come through with no type of live nothing, right? Because if you would have checked in on the daily check-in, I'm saying, I obviously there's no Fluence Lounge tonight because there's no, I'm saying, boxing, a fighting event. In my personal opinion, that I'm interested in to the point where I'm gonna go live for it. So I was contemplating whether or not I was gonna go live at all, but I was chilling at the crib. You know what I'm saying, before this, I'm saying, doing a little music. I'm saying, kicking back. And I'm just like, I'm finished with everything. I'm chilling. There is some interesting topics going on in the boxing community that I want to talk about, that I want to look at. I'm saying, that I want to just digest. I was like, I might as well do it with the Black Goose TV family members, even though, I'm saying, I'm definitely on the Fluence boxing side of the game. Emphasis on Fluence. I'm going to still be 100 with y'all. But nonetheless, I don't know if this is going to be a stream we're going to keep. I don't know if this is a stream that's going to end up being out of here. I don't know if it's a stream that's going to end up being staying. Either way it goes, I feel like talking boxing. I feel like talking about some particular topics when it comes to boxing, especially when it came to the actual people that's going to be involved with these particular topics, as you already see down below. But either way it goes, man, I was like, man, I'm gonna talk about it. I may not keep this stream because I already know emphasis on the Fluence boxing side of the game, but either way it goes, we here, man. Hopefully I can give y'all a good 45 minutes, whatever the case may be. Happy Saturday, man. It's crazy, man. Sometimes it be throwing me off, man. I'll be understanding, man. It's like a Fluence Lounge. It's not happening. I'm so used to the Fluence Lounge, the fights, but nothing happening tonight, y'all. We chilling, we big chilling. So if y'all end up coming up in here, whether I keep it up or not, man, show some love, man. Hit the like button below, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, notification gang, comment in this. I may, if we get that far, if I'm able to, keep myself up, we get that far, I'll go ahead and put a link in the comment section so y'all can join. But either way it go, man, let's get right up into this, man. I'm gonna be 100 with you, man. I probably won't be talking as much in this particular stream. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I'm looking, straight. Make sure I'm looking good. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I'm on point. But I won't be talking that much in this particular stream. It's gonna be more so reactionary side of the game. You feel me? Because one of my favorite fighters, man, one of my all-time greats, in my personal opinion, like my top 5, that's up there. You know what I'm saying? That's up there for real, for real. He's talking about he wants to come back and he wants to fight. He's talking about he wants to make some, he wants to make some noise. He wants to make some he just wants to put people back on notice on what's going on. But unfortunately, it's not in the same atmosphere. It's not in the same position. It's not in the same reasoning, understanding that we originally thought it would be when it comes to this particular fighter. And you try to figure out, okay, what fighter are you talking about? Go ahead, Fluence, tell us. As y'all can see below, Adrien Broner. It seemed like he definitely wants to get back in the ring, but he doesn't want to get back in the ring in the same sense that we thought he would want to get back in the ring as. Especially since his last fight that he pulled out of, unfortunately. He made it seem as if he wanted to have one more run at the belt, or at least have a chance at winning the belt, you know what I'm saying, or winning the championship. Now all of a sudden we see him calling out Nate Diaz. Does that tell me that now he's looking to get that YouTube influencer bag? Is he just saying like, yo, I'm done trying to really take this to the point, and so seriously, where I'm trying to put myself in a position where, I'm saying, I was back, basically put myself in a position where y'all can look at me the same way y'all looked at me before. Like, I can be the AB of O. I can accomplish things, I can go after things, and y'all can still see and say, oh, that's AB, I remember him. Or is AB just accepting his fate and he's saying, I probably never be able to get there again, so let me go this influencer route. I see Floyd over there doing the exhibitions, and he's getting big bags. Like, I see these YouTubers, doing these, putting these cars together, they're getting big bags. Like, what's the point? So that's that low ball when I'm watching, or at least when I saw this report of Adrien Broner saying that, he wants to fight Nate Diaz, or he's calling out Nate Diaz. He's having somebody put together, promotional photos for it. He's actually spending time. That tells me he wants to get into that scene. That's my personal opinion. I think he's telling us like, yo, I'm out of that boxing. I'm out of the boxing world. I'm in the influencer boxing side of the game when it comes to this. That's what I personally think. So what I'm gonna first do, before I play the video, I'm gonna go to his Instagram. Because like I said, I don't want to be talking too much when it comes to this because I'm already on the Fluence side of the game. You feel me? I just want to react more so than anything. You know what I'm saying? So y'all see AB's IG right here. So he was the first person. He posted. This is what he posted. At Nate Diaz, you ever come over to boxing, I will give your ass everything you looking for. Let's get it. So I'm like, is this AB telling us he's done? I don't want no more serious fights no more. I'm here for the money. I'm here for the influencers. I'm here to just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Look it. Hey yo, Maidana, comment it. Look at that right there. He put the fist with that's crazy. How y'all feel about that? How do I feel about that? You know what I'm saying? AB is one of my favorite fighters. So I'm not mad at it. I think that would be a good lane for AB to go, especially with the criticism he's getting. Pulled out the Figueroa fight, rightfully so. I just think at the end of the day, AB really has to just look at things and it's gonna be like, hey, look, man, look, you did what you did, you accomplished some great things, but at this point in time, find your lane, and there's a lane for you. With all this different influencer shit, social media, boxing, there's a lane for you because you talk that shit, and I like this. I like him calling out Nate Diaz. Now, will he get the fight? Probably not. But if he wants to go that route and he wants to, and that's what he wants to pursue, and that's where he wants to, put his, his foot in, where he wants to make his money, I'm actually in agreement to it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? But he's the only person. Obviously, no one else said that. But look at this right here. He also posted. I don't know, how real this is, but he posted this as well. Eddie Hearn said, "Them guys can't fuck with me," or excuse me, AB said, "Them guys can't fuck with me." And then Eddie Hearn responded, said, "It's a $2.5 million to fight Ben and $2 million to fight Montana. Al Heyman Espinoza been paying me that type of money." So, but it's just like it's hard. Like when it comes to the real fights, like you can't go from this. You know what I'm saying? You can't go from this and all of a sudden to this. You know what I'm saying? You can't ask for a Conor Ben fight or a Montana fight. I love Montana fight. You crazy, bro. I would love to see y'all fight, but you wasn't even trying to fight Figueroa, and he retired in his last fight. He got retired by Lipinets. Lipinets retired him, respectfully. So I don't know what AB's doing, man. I don't know what type of time AB is on. It don't make no sense. It don't add up to me, honestly. I'm not sure if that means he's going to get back in the ring. I'm not sure if that means that he's actually going to be, showcase, show out. I don't know what's going on when it comes to AB, man. It really don't make no sense. Sorry, so check this out, y'all. So I'm like, other than that, as y'all can see, he's always, doing his little vent shit on the IG. I don't have now, and I damn sure don't have next. But just to know once the world see me again, y'all will put me back in the top spot. Why didn't you fight the last fight? You could have been the one to retire Figueroa. Don't ever go through it. So I'm like, that's the only thing that he be confusing me, man. It's my guy, man, for real. It just don't really make sense to me personally.
Hello. Look at my boy. Look at daddy, man. Hey, that's my Milo, yeah.
Fuck.
Still serve. 24-hour shit, that mean I'm still served.
With. They're not likely you're going to get too far away from your roommates. So if your 5 roommates are all shredded yogi instructors that drink kale smoothies, one of 2 things is likely happening. You're going to be the 6th, or you're getting new friends.
Patience. Patience is a skill we must master. Patience is one of the most valuable skills. a human being must master. And I'm working hard to master it, and I feel I'm getting there, so time will show all of them.
Expecting people to do what you would do in a situation only leads to your disappointment, not theirs.
This nigga AB must be going through some shit. He got all self-help shit in his whole entire story.
They're going on with their life. So let people be who they are, and either you accept it.
It doesn't exist. It's not existent. What the hell does that mean? Seriously, what does failure mean? It's a figment of your imagination. What does it mean? If you fail on Monday, the only way it's a failure on Monday is if you decide.
The greatest.
I know what he was finna say too. If you decide it's a failure the next day.
It doesn't exist. It's not existent. What the hell does that mean? Seriously, what does failure mean? It's a figment of your imagination. What does it mean? If you fail on Monday, the only way it's a failure on Monday is if you decide to not progress from that.
Yeah, I know.
Right. So to me, that's why failure is not existent. Because, you know, if I fail today, okay, I'm gonna learn something from that failure, and I'm gonna try again on Tuesday.
On Tuesday, yeah.
It's a
day-by-day cases.
It doesn't exist. It's not existent.
Greatest people on the planet have suffered the most. Suffering is not bad. I'm suggesting suffering is awesome. The ego runs from suffering because it's the death of the ego.
This nigga Adrien Broner is on a path. He's trying to get his mind right. He's like, ooh, I gotta get my shit right. Hey B, why'd you pull out from the Figueroa's fight? I'm like, you talking about you want Nate Diaz? You talking about you want Conor Ben? Come on,
but
man.
I believe pain.
You got real fans out here, man.
I bought some shoes today because I needed them. The old ones are comfortable. I like them, but they couldn't serve me where I was walking to. But when I put them on, I realized they didn't immediately feel good.
What?
The biggest lesson I learned this year is not to force anything. Conversations, friendships, relationships, attention, love. Anything forced is just...
I bought
I
some
gotta hear that
shoes
one more
today.
time. My bad. That shit didn't make no sense, nigga. Maybe I gotta hear the rest of the post. But what? I'm gonna see the post. Fuck it.
I bought some shoes today because I needed them. The old ones are comfortable. I like them,
Okay.
but they couldn't serve me where I was walking to.
All right.
But when I put them on, I realized they didn't immediately feel good. It was a little discomfort, but I kept them on and I kept walking. I kept moving. And what I realized was by the end of the day, that discomfort slowly went away. And some of you are starting new journeys, or you need to. And you're scared to put on new shoes because the old ones are comfortable. You're looking for immediate validation, immediate satisfaction,
Respect that.
immediate support. And you're not always going to get that. Sometimes you got to keep walking. You got to keep moving until the circumstances and the people around you mold and fit to where you're going. Put on your new shoes. I bought some shoes today
Respect.
because I needed them.
See, that's why I clicked on it. I was like, at first, I was like, what the fuck this shit talking about? But see, you got clicked on it, so you get the whole message. Respect you, Adrien Broner, for that.
And I learned this year is not to force anything. Conversations, friendships, relationships, attention, love. Anything forced is just not worth fighting for. Whatever flows.
Success is like being pregnant. Everyone says congratulations, but nobody knows how many times you got fucked.
You don't have to be the best to have success. You just have to not give up. You have to keep going. You have to always know that you have something special to offer.
Just relax. Take some pictures and some videos.
All right, Jeff, just calm down. I don't know what kind of dances you want me to do. But I'm just saying, like, why don't you just go get the camera? You know what I'm saying? Just go get the camera.
That's nasty.
Please, for somebody.
When you play sports and you're committed to something, the commitment, the responsibility
of showing up to practice on
That
time,
last video
to
was
being there for your
nasty.
teammates, to listening to your coaches. It's a responsibility that you have when you're playing with a group.
Most people do is they give up before God give you the gift. See, when you ask God for something, he boxes it up and he ships it.
This nigga Adrien Broner is on a self-righteous path, man. Excuse me. I'm nothing but respect. Go ahead. Oh shit, I want to play. Okay.
When you play sports and you
Most people do is they give up before God give you the gift. See, when you ask God for something, he boxes it up and he ships it immediately. But you have to remain on Faith Street in order to receive the gift. The problem is when God boxes up the gift and he ships it.
I be hearing Steve Harvey every day on the radio. Where I'm at. He got a radio show. He be like, I hope you talk to God today. You'll love to hear from you.
So no matter how hard it gets.
I hear that song all
Three
the time.
things you need to remember to keep a humble heart. 1, it's not how big the house is. It's how happy the
AB
home
really
is.
going through it, man. Like
Always keep going. Always. No matter what happens, the storm eventually ends. And when the storm does end, you want to make sure that you're ready.
Life is so much better when you're like, this was my fault. I think the last.
Always keep the rest of that. I always got to see the rest of Kobe post.
Always keep going. Always. No matter what happens, the storm eventually ends. And when the storm does end, you want to make sure that you're ready. Always keep going.
Okay.
Always. No matter what happens, the storm eventually ends.
RP. Excuse me.
My fault. I think the lack of accountability is leading to so much unhappiness. You're in control. You decide what you consume. You decide what you believe. You decide who you surround yourself with. Take on accountability.
Do you really need the person who hurt you to tell you, I hurt you, and I'm sorry.
What? So stupid.
And I feel awful that I did it.
I'm on the next bitch.
The most important thing is that you become the best version of yourself. That is the key. You know, get better every single day. Are you better today than you were yesterday? If the answer is yes, then you're on the right track. You know, that's Mamba mentality. Get better every single day.
You gotta fuck up. You have to fuck up.
You have to take risks, so you never find.
Nah, I'm finna get covering for that bullshit. That must be AB the dog.
Fuck, man, where's this?
Look, AB, I ain't got no more respect for you, brother. For real, man. But my guy, what's going on? Like, this was what we expected from you. You was Figueroa, you feel me? It didn't happen. It didn't come into play. It didn't come into fruition. Now you talking about, you know what I'm saying, you gonna fight Ben or you gonna fight Love Montana. Ain't no way. Now you say you want to fight Nate Diaz. Like, what's going on, bro? Like, all of us AB fans, man, ride or die, you feel me? We worry. We don't understand what's going on. We don't understand why you saying the things you saying, why you allowing things to happen in the way it's happening. It don't make no sense to us. Like, come on, bro. What's going on? Like, we all know that Nate Diaz versus Adrien Broner, there's no chance for that to happen. Not even close. It's not even a possibility. So why are you calling it out? Like, what's the situation? What's going on? Why are you even talking about it? Because you had a fight where you was finna get paid and you had a chance to retire, man, and Figueroa, which would have looked great on your resume, and you decided not to do it. Why did you decide not to do it? Doesn't make any sense. So I don't know what Broner's on. So let's go ahead. I'm going to stop the screen right here. You know what I'm saying? You already know I'm influenced to a whole nother level, man. Let's go ahead and go into the video. Fight Hype got. May not be no different than what I just showed y'all, but we're going to go into the video that Fight Hype got. You feel me? For Adrien Broner calling out Nate Diaz and see what if they got anything different on the side of the game that I got. Nah, they don't. I'm going to still play it because, you know, shit. That's what we're here for. You already know what it is. Salute the people. Hit the like button. Just feeling good, feeling great, doing the best we can. Yeah, I already know what it is. All right, so I'm gonna play this right here.
You know, but I heard like that, like they got Mikey like 5'1". You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you like, I just feel like you got some serious bettors out there looking at that like 5'1". You know what I'm saying? Like they don't give me no chance. But y'all sit up and say, McGregor gonna beat Floyd. Man, this boxing game is crazy, man. So after this fight, I just feel like if I come out untouched, you know, I feel like I'm gonna be victorious.
Lost.
I feel like I should come back and fight on Floyd's undercard against Nate Diaz. But you know, I just hope nobody put their house on this fight against me, because if you do that, then you'll be living like Will Smith and Hancock.
It's crazy. If you would have did that, you would have made money. But hey, okay, that's the old school little clip. All right, I get it. We'll see how much he gonna really stand by that for real. I don't know personally. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I don't know where his mindset is at. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? I went through his Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I showcased everything's going on his Instagram. I don't know what his mindset is right now. Him calling out Nate Diaz, him talking about he wants to fight Conor Ben, him talking about he wants to fight Love Montana. Like, I'm not really sure where he's at right now, especially after bowing out a Figueroa fight that was right there, you know what I'm saying, for him to take as reapings and etc. So, you know, we'll see at the end of the day. AB's my guy. No disrespect, no matter what the case may be. AB is my guy, man. I got a number of respect for AB at the end of the day, but you know what I'm saying? You got to kind of, you always have to wonder when it comes to AB is how serious you are when you're talking about the things that you're talking about and the shit that you're putting out there. So, you know, we was ready. If you're an AB fan, you know what I'm saying? You was ready. You was excited. You was hyped for him to fight Figueroa. I wish he was the one who put him into retirement rather than Libanets. But he didn't take the, you know what I'm saying? Well, he took the fight, but he just didn't, you know, he pulled out. So for you to now say that you want to fight a guy like Conor Ben, who's on the come up, you want to fight a guy like, you know, Montana Love, like that's crazy on the come up. Like I don't see how that's even a possibility. Like that's cap. I wouldn't even trust you. You feel me? So that's my personal opinion, and that's coming from an AB fan. Like that's my probably like top 5 boxers that I love. I love AB, but you know I can smell the bullshit, you know, from a mile away. I can smell the bullshit from a mile away, nigga. Like no cap. You. I don't know why you talking the bullshit. I don't know why you on the bullshit. I don't know why you capping so hard, but AB, man, I need to see you back in the ring, period. I don't care who it's against, but I just need to see you back in the ring to believe anything. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Salute to him at the end of the day. Hopefully, I can see him back in the ring before I get too motherfucking old where I give a fuck. If you up in here, man, show some love, man. Hit the like button below. We're going to go into the next topic, and the final topic when it comes to Jermell Charlo versus Terence Crawford being a likelihood or possibly them having a fight together, since Terence Crawford versus Earl Spence has now been postponed. We don't have an actual date for the two fights. We don't have the actual date for that particular fight. Remember, I told y'all, if y'all was watching what I've been saying when it came to Terence Crawford and Earl Spence, I said they had a verbal agreement. You know, they had a mutual understanding, but no one signed anything. And I said, I'm not going to believe this fight until we have signed paperwork. We did not have signed paperwork. We never got signed paperwork. And so with that being said, now we're in the position that we're in. And this is something that I've been calling for a minute. And y'all don't got to believe me. Y'all don't got to take my word for it. Y'all can just check out other videos. I've been saying this fight was not going to happen in November. Like everyone else stated, it was going to happen, because I said, if you don't have that signed shit, it ain't shit. You feel me? So now with that being said, we have Crawford and Jermell Charlo going back and forth. And I think this also comes and actually supports my particular narrative, or actually supports my particular idea that I think PBC is holding up this fight because they want Terence Crawford to sign to PBC, because they want the opportunity to if Terence Crawford beats Errol Spence both times, to also put him in a fight with Jermell Charlo. Terence Crawford's been, talking about Jermell Charlo for a while. Bomac happens to be Terence Crawford's trainer, long-term trainer, excuse me. He said he felt like Errol Spence was a tougher fight than Jermell Charlo. So first and foremost, before we get into the article, I'm going to go ahead and play the video on Fight Hype where Terence Crawford and Jermell Charlo was going back and forth. If there's a 154 move possible, whatever the case may be. All right, let's go. So the Twitter exchange, I'm going to pull it up for you guys. Give me like a couple seconds. Salute to everybody, by the way. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your Saturday. Yeah, I know it's the impromptu Fluenceboxing live. You feel me? So here you guys go. Let's read this out loud so you guys see what I'm talking about and guys have some references. I KO'd better oppositions ever done. Let's compare. Who do knocked out? And he's talking about Terence Crawford. In case you guys didn't know. Jermell Charlo went on to say, who has he fought? Who has he knocked out? Well, Gamboa is a guy he's knocked out. Sean Porter is somebody he stopped. David Benavidez. Jose Benavidez Jr. He stopped Kloshkas. So, Jermell, I love you. I love you. You know what I'm saying? You're one of my favorite, Charles. You is the favorite Charles to me. Lubin will KO TC, move up to 154. We'll see. Lubin would not be able to KO Terence Crawford. Lubin got stopped by Fundora. So if Fundora stopped Lubin, Terence Crawford, in my personal opinion, would definitely have his way with Lubin. And I think Terence Crawford beats Fundora as well. Terence Crawford said, all you want is some attention. He gave him the laughing emojis. He ain't even being light with it. He being 110. You feel me? He said, you wanted me to pay attention to you, boy. I hate this because, I'm a big fan of Jermell Charlo and I'm a big fan of Terence Crawford. When it's Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence, it's easy for me to take sides because I'm not the biggest fan of Errol Spence, even though I respect him. He's a beast. He's top-level opponent. He's not really my cup of tea, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the fighting game. Jermell is my guy. Terence Crawford is my guy. So I'm like, damn, they really going at it. That's crazy. Because I'm like, PBC got money on their hands if they can sign Terence Crawford to a multi-fight deal. How you a boxer but try to play matchmaker to keep motherfuckers off your ass? Boy, you a real-life movie character. Terence Crawford, going at niggas.
Just one more thing that I wanted to touch on. I know a few months ago, Crawford did say that, after he beat Spence, the next thing he wanted to do automatically was go up to 154 and challenge Jermell for his undisputed title. Out of those two, who would you view as the more tougher guy to beat?
Out of Spence and
Jermell.
I think they fight the same. They fight the same, So it's just probably fighting brothers.
But there's got to be, as a trainer, there has to be one of them that you're looking at they fight a little bit similar, but this guy's probably a little bit more difficult to beat than that guy.
I would give it to Spence, because of what he accomplished in the sport of boxing.
Over Jermell, even though that would be a higher weight, Jermell's also undisputed, beat pretty much every top guy.
But he didn't been beat before, so Spence ain't been beat before. Spence don't have that mindset.
Damn, I won't even lie, man. That was Bomac, man. That was a little disrespectful. I ain't finna lie to you, man. That was a little bit disrespectful, just a little bit. Not on the over the top side of the game, but just a little bit. I'm not gonna be no type of way, but that was a little bit disrespectful. Sorry. So we got the response coming from Jermell Charlo, Aaron, in regards to Terence Crawford, basically saying, that he want, or at least, when it comes to his trainer and Bomac saying that, Errol Spence would be a harder fighter. Jermell has some things to say if Terence Crawford decided to move up. So we're going to go up into this. This is coming from boxerscene.com. You feel me? Jermell Charlo dares Terence Crawford to move up in weight. Lubin will KO Terence Crawford. That's what it says. So from the moment Jermell Charlo dipped his toes in the pro games, the pugnacious Texas native was determined to become an undisputed world champion. After years of working his way up from the ground floor, His dream was finally realized. On May 14th, 32-year-old violently ended the title reign of Brian Castano via 10th round stoppage with all 4 belts wrapped around his waist. Charlo 35-1-1, 19 KOs, has continued to celebrate jovially. But while most of the boxing world views Charlo as the man to beat at 154 pounds, Brian Bomac McChee, head trainer of pound-for-pound star Terence Crawford, is of the belief that Charlo would present fewer issues for his man as opposed to Errol Spence Jr. I think they fight the same, said McIntyre during a previous interview with BoxingScene.com when asked who was the better fighter between Spence and Crawford. I he meant to say Spence and Charlo. It's like probably fighting brothers, but I would give it to Spence because of what he's accomplished in the sport of boxing. As both Spence and Crawford continue in their attempts to hammer out an undisputed welterweight showdown, the switch-headed Nebraska product has expressed his desire to move up in weight. More than anything, with Charlo backing Spence's proposed showdown against Crawford, the 35-year-old has taken offense to his public support. If the trajectory of Crawford's career was solely in his hands, he would successfully defeat Spence before moving up to 154 to take on Charlo. Nevertheless, despite the world-renowned skills and long list of accolades, Charlo is convinced that one of his previous foes will make quick work of Crawford. Erickson Lubin will KOTC to Charlo on his social media account. Move up to 154, we'll see. Charlo also, by the way, it has nothing to do with the article or what it's saying, but Charlo also said that Lubin would make quick work of Fundora, so you guys know. So Lubin, who was brutally stopped in the first round against Charlo during their 2017 matchup, has bounced back nicely, winning 6 consecutive bouts before losing his most recent showing against Sebastian Fundora. Since aggregating every world title at 140, Crawford, 38-0, 29 KOs, dominates world welterweight competition, building off 6 stoppage victories at 147 and 9 in a row. Still, regardless of Crawford's prosperity, I think it meant prosperity for concussive knockouts. Charlo yawns as he shifts through what he considers an unimpressive resume. Who has he knocked out? Who has he fought? So how do you guys feel about that? Who are you more in agreement in when it comes to that particular statement coming from Jermell? I'm not mad at Jermell. You know what I'm saying? I understand that he feels the way he feels, but at the end of the day, you can't take away from what Terence Crawford is doing. Terence Crawford is doing some great things himself. That's just a fact. That's just what it is. So one more time, I'm going to play this video so we can watch it one more time. Let's check it out. Let's get it. Crazy statement, man. And the fact that Terence Crawford actually even responded, man, and acknowledged anything that he said on some crazy shit, man. That means I'm telling you, PBC wants that fight, man. PBC wants to sign Terence Crawford for that multi-fight deal, man. I'm telling y'all. That's what they're hoping for. That's the plan that they haven't, envisioned. That's what they're thinking. That's what they're putting in place.
I know a few months ago, Crawford did say that, after he beat Spence, the next thing he wanted to do automatically was go to 154 and challenge.
Hit that like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, man. Show some love, man. I'm about to be out of here in a minute.
Who would you view as the more tougher guy to beat?
I was Spence and
Jermell.
They fight the same. They fight the same, So it's just like probably fighting brothers.
But there's got to be, as a trainer, there has to be one of them that you're looking at like, yeah, they probably fight a little bit similar, but this guy's probably a little bit more difficult to beat than that guy.
I would give it to Spence, because of what he accomplished in the sport of boxing.
Over Jermell, even though that would be a higher weight, Jermell also undisputed, beat pretty much every top guy.
But he didn't been beat before, so.
Oh, damn.
Spence ain't been beat yet. Spence ain't, don't have that mindset.
Oh, how you feel about that right there, Jermell, man? He was straight up with it when it came to that particular, announcement of what he said, man. I don't think it was any disrespect. I think it was just an honest, assessment of the situation of the opponent that he would, or a possibility of happening to actual fight. You know what I'm saying? I understand everything that, Buddy's saying, man. They makes 100%, sense. But with that being said, I want to know, guys, how you feel about all these topics, man. Adrien Broner's calling out Nate Diaz, man. Adrien Broner's saying he'll come back, he'll fight Nate Diaz. He was always talking about he'll fight Conor Ben. He was also talking about he will fight Montana Love. Like, how true do you think any of these statements coming from Adrien Broner is? Do you think Adrien Broner is really willing to come back and fight someone at the top of the top, or at least not even at the top of the top, but making the way, trying to get to the top of the top? Do you think that's really something that he'll be willing to do? Like, that's why I'm really curious. Like, do you really believe Adrien Broner when he's talking this shit, right? Also, how do you feel about the potential of Terence Crawford versus Jermell Charlo? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Terence Crawford in this camp, he said Jermell Charlo was an easier fight than the Errol Spence Jr. fight. Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford isn't even locked up yet. He'll probably be locked up sometime next year, but everybody was saying it was going to be November. That's not the case. So, you know what I'm saying? How y'all feel about it, man? What's your situation? How y'all think about it? Let me know. Hit it in the chat. You feel me? Also, while you're hitting the chat, make sure y'all, you know what I'm saying, definitely go crazy with it when it comes to the like button. You feel me? Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the BlakGooseTV family. You already know what it is. I will go later. Like, for real, I will go later, but you know what I'm saying? It's not Fluence now. There ain't nothing to watch. I ain't expect to be as fluent as I was coming here. I am feeling good. I'm feeling great. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the people. Salute to everybody up in here. You know what I'm saying? Salute to BlakGooseTV family, you know, period, man. You know, I be enjoying my time, man. It just be crazy, man. When I look at AB, when I look at the situation, you know, like, they trying to play my guy, they trying to play my dog, they trying to play somebody who, you know what I'm saying, is in the top 5. Definitely when it comes to boxing, period, when I pay attention to it, it's like it just don't seem right, man. It don't make no sense. It don't pay, you know, it's just disrespect, man. Disrespect. But I'm realizing, I'm like, that's just part of the game. Disrespect is something that's always going to be part of the game. No matter how you see it, how you go about it, and no matter how you feel about it, people finna disrespect you because that's just how it is. I want to salute the people, man. Make sure you hit the like button, man. Show some love. Hopefully, y'all enjoying y'all Saturday night for real, for real. Sunday, I'm gonna be back live for real, for real. You feel me? We're gonna have a good time. You know what I'm saying, on the Sunday side of the game. I don't know what we're gonna be on, but it's gonna be a good time. You already know. I can't wait. We got some big Fluence lounges coming up. We got some big fights. Even though, of course, Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence is not happening. Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury is not happening. We still got some big fights. I can't wait for Conor Ben versus Eubank. That's gonna be a hell of a fight. Can't wait for Deontay Wilder versus Helenius. Caleb Plant versus Darrell Jr. He's gonna be, you know, that fight's happening. Like I like. There's some good fights still happening, even with a lot of cancellations, even with a lot of people feeling wishy-washy. You know what I'm saying? Even with a lot of shit going on, and it's like, damn, I really want this fight to happen. Like you know, a lot of people was hoping Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury was gonna happen. A lot of people was hoping that Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence was gonna happen. Those fights are not going to happen this year, but we still have a lot of good fights happening, and I'm happy about that. Some people was even speculating Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis. That's definitely not happening. I never even spoke on that because I thought it was some bullshit. Anybody who spoke on that, they were just trying to get some clicks on the YouTube. I get it. I respect it. Niggas hard. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you know what I'm saying? It's slow. It's slowing. If you ain't who it's supposed to be. So I'm feeling no type of way. I know how that shit go. But at the end of the day, man, I just want to salute to the people. I want to salute to the family. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate y'all. If y'all come up in here, man, please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the family. I'm not out of here just yet. I'm still having some fun. I'm waiting to the point where I feel like I can't really navigate nothing because y'all coming up in here kind of like the longer I'm going, y'all really coming up in here waves. So let me know what y'all feeling. Let me know what y'all want to discuss. We're just talking boxing at the end of the day. Yeah, we're talking Adrien Broner calling out Nate Diaz. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to know the nitty gritty when it comes to that, I already really, you know what I'm saying, delve deep into that. You know what I'm saying? Talk to specifics. Y'all can check that out early in the video. Terence Crawford versus Jermell Charlo. That's kind of where we at right now. That's kind of what we discussing. I went into specifics when it comes to that. Like Terence Crawford versus Jermell Charlo, it will only happen, and the only reason it will be enticing, the only reason it'll be appealing to Terence Crawford, the only reason it'll be appealing to PBC is because PBC wants to lock him into a multi-fight deal. Like I think there are a lot of reasons that we're seeing there's a holdup between Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence is because of PBC and Errol Spence's side. Like people want to put it on Terence Crawford, but how are you gonna put it on somebody who accepted a lower amount in money, a lower percentage? Everyone said like, yo, Terence Crawford, he wants a 50-50 deal. He wants a 45-60 deal, whatever the case may be. Like he wants to, you know, make as much money as possible. But now all of a sudden we got the word that he's willing to take 35%. He's willing to be on the lower end of the deal. So that tells me that, you know what I'm saying, during the entire time of negotiations, like it's smart from Terence Crawford to sue Bob Arum because it's like Bob Arum promised to fight, and Bob Arum probably thought he could get the fight because Terence Crawford wasn't tripping about the money. The crazy part is PBC knew the risk, and they always change the goalposts, and that's what I see it as. I think it's a smoke and mirrors. It's like if we pay close attention, we see obviously like we can't blame this on Terence Crawford and his team. We can't blame this on Bob Arum and his team. Like it's obvious that PBC does not want this fight to happen unless it's under their stipulation, under their rules. And I think the biggest thing that they're really trying to enforce when it comes to this is the fact that like, yo, Terence Crawford, like, we'll put a rematch in place, but nah, bro, like if you really want this fight to happen and you make big money, like, bro, we need you to fight a 4-fight deal. Like we need you to be up under the PBC banner. So I think that's what they're really trying to do. And I think that's the holdup when it comes to all this shit. And I think that's why I still believe, personally, this fight is definitely going to happen, but it's going to happen not when we thought it was going to happen. It's going to happen, next year at a certain point. And a lot of people don't want to acknowledge that. Not people don't want to say, yo, that's the case. That's just the truth. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can't be blind to the truth. You can't be blind to what's really going out here. You know what I'm saying? You got to, you got to see what it is, put it in the box, you know what I'm saying? Add it up, configure it, and then move on. So look, I'm not gonna keep going crazy. I didn't even expect myself to even go this long, so I'm very happy I went this long. I'm proud of myself. Ooh, we're gonna be back tomorrow, definitely with another live. It's gonna be Fluenceboxing. We got some shit to talk about. I salute to the people. Check out the daily check-in. You know what I'm saying? Check out the other videos, man. Make sure y'all, just keep showing love, man. Keep doing what y'all doing. I'm gonna keep acknowledging, man. I appreciate y'all for real, Black Goose TV family. I'll be nothing without y'all. This channel will be nothing without y'all, man. So keep dropping your perspective, your opinion, everything, man. If you come up here, man, hit the like button, man. That shit right below. You feel me? Subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the Black Goose TV family. You know what I'm saying? Notification game, so you know whenever I'm dropping stuff. Because I always be dropping stuff, especially now, but it be random. So make sure you hit the notification game so you know whenever it's happening, so y'all can come join if you got anything to talk about, bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm nothing but open arms, and I'll let y'all do whatever y'all do. So much love to the people, man. Stay positive, stay blessed, not stressed. You already know what it is on Sports Nigga side of the game. I'll be back, but with more boxing. You feel me? Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm out of here for now. Back later. Definitely tomorrow we're going to be on. So salute to the people.